All right, everybody, welcome
I
to
mean, it streams
Thursday's
it. Yeah.
Thoughts. All right, everybody, welcome to Thursday's Thoughts, episode 20. This is Danger Ranger. You might know me from Thursday's Thoughts, episode 19 and 18. You might know me from the fucking Rocket League and Smite prospect commentating, or whatever you watch Cleety G for. But we got Chip the Pleb here. I call him by his real name pretty often. But Shane, you want to go ahead and say hi? Hi. You are the Lord's franchise owner, so that's pretty lit. We got GS Chaotic. He's the Smite captain for Team Distortion. We got Ronska, who is on Kimchi Crew, and we got Trayminator, who is also a Smite player as well, and he's on Emperor's Eyes. Ronska, you're our only Rocket League player, so yeah. Ronska, you've made a shit ton of episodes, haven't you? What is this, like episode 9 for you?
I don't know, something like that.
No, I feel it. So I'm gonna start this episode going over Smite Season 1 draft. I'm gonna give Chaotic a quick interview, and then I'm gonna move a little bit into some more Smite-related content with talking about the conference finals, which already happened this last weekend, as well as the Smite Season 1 draft. I'm gonna go over some team standings for from the regular season. So it's basically just a review of Season 3. Really, now that we're in the Cleety Cup, none of it's relevant, but it definitely lets you get a perspective of the last Season 3 going into Cleety Cup Season 3 and Season 4. And then after that, we're going to talk about Cleety Cup. And then I'm going to wrap everything up with the announcement of our new time slot. And I'm going to allow everyone in the party make any comments or shout outs. So, we're going to start off with the Smite Season 1 draft. So, if you want to look at, I'm going to go over everyone's round 1 picks real quick. Some people have already traded away their round 1 picks. Beyond that, if you want to look at the rest of the picks, you go to CGSL, that's this Cleety G Smite League Discord. You go underneath League News, and then underneath that, you're going to find it underneath Season 1 Draft. But High Energy only picked up Renown, Davies Delinquents picked up Reiku, Upbeat Bayo with Godsend, Danger Nuts with Nickelback Nika, GS Chaotic, you got Polo, Lords, you got Slyberry, Kitty Cats, you got Big Cat, I think that's the proper Discord name, and then Akashi, you got Aqua. As I said, if you want to see any of the other draft picks, you just go to the Season 1 draft underneath Smite League Discord. But as I was saying, before that, some of the picks got traded away, and that's why I got GS Chaotic here. GS Chaotic, you want to talk about how the Smite Season 1 draft went for you?
Well, I thought I drafted a decent roster, and it didn't turn out that people wanted to play for my team because they didn't agree with the picks that I made, and none of their friends were on my team, so sucks.
Are you talking about specifically about your round 1 pick, or what are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, before the draft was even over, he was like, I'd like to be traded. I'm not really agreeing with the picks that,
And this is Polo,
you're
right?
making. Yeah, this is Polo. I had no hard feelings against dude. He went about it respectfully and all that. It's just overall, I didn't have who he wanted to team with on my team, so he asked for a trade.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like Eli Manning, right?
I guess.
No, it's funny we got Chip the Pleb here, because I know Polo was really shooting for the Lords. Chip the Pleb, I don't know if this is public information, but you're letting MX Double kind of run the show with being your Smite captain. And I know MX Double is really shooting for Polo and vice versa. What do you think about that? Mm-hmm. On Smite. Yeah, I feel you. Cool. So Chaotic, who did you get for your trade away?
I got Kano and a first round pick next season.
Kano's good. I've seen him in a few of the prospect games. Who was your second round pick? Like before I continue, who was your second round pick?
Satan.
Say Satan? Was it really Satan?
I'm
It
pretty
was,
sure.
yeah, Satan OMFG, I believe.
That's
Yeah.
funny. That's funny as shit. Was there anybody you like picked up that like really you think's gonna make the difference this season?
You know, I was looking, you know, at our strengths and our weaknesses as a combined unit instead of individually. You know, individual play will only get you so far, but if you don't have that as a team, you know, I can cover your strengths and you cover my weaknesses, or you know, vice versa, whatever. And you know, I
Especially in a
really
game
think
like
that's what makes
Smite.
a great team.
Yeah. All right, now I fuck with it. I thought it was pretty funny because Willix released power rankings, and then like not that long after, Polo released his own power rankings, which is pretty funny. Willix, I remember you saying people really didn't do any power rankings or even any like roster placements.
1 second,
until-
excuse me, 1 second.
Yeah, it's almost like your dog is playing with a toy.
Like playing with the chew toy.
Yeah, that squeak squeak. I know I was told not to, but I'm gonna go over Willix's power rankings real quick. It goes in order of 1 to 8. Emperor's Eyes, high energy
I
only.
was told
team,
not to do
the
this.
Lords.
Allow me to do this.
Yeah, well, you know, it's Thursday's thoughts. It's not Willix's thoughts. 1 through 8, it's Emperor's Eyes, high energy only team, the Lords, Danger Knots, Kitty Cats, Davies Delinquents, and Team Distortion. Now, what Polo was doing though, I didn't get Polo's power rankings. Polo was doing the math based on each individual team's individual players. Fuck, what was it? Their rank, their Smite rank. He was placing a number equivalent to a Smite rank, and then adding up everyone's rank on the whole team on the roster. Does that make sense?
Not really.
No. I feel it. I'm a little stuttery. Do you have anything else you want to talk about with that draft, Chaotic?
Not
Or
really.
anything at all, really? Yeah, like we
Uh,
haven't started season
I mean, I'm
one yet.
set. I'm looking forward to season 2 draft. I know that.
Yeah, you got that round 1 pick. I'd be hyped.
I have at this where it stands right now. I have 3 first rounds because Polo wanted to be traded. I got a first round pick for him. Kano wanted to be traded as well, so I got a first round pick for Kano as well. And then
Wait, so do you not have Kano anymore?
oh no, I do not have Kano.
So who'd you get for Kano?
I got Lalo.
Who?
Lalo.
Wallow? Like Wallow in
Lalo.
Or Sorrows? I don't know. I don't know how you pronounce
True.
it. NBD. That's pretty dope though. So you traded your first round for another first round and a first round pick, and then again. That's pretty cool. That's pretty. That hasn't happened in Rocket League yet. We've had 3-way trades in Rocket League, but nothing like that, especially on draft day. That's pretty cool. You really came out ahead, huh?
I did. I'm looking forward to season 2 draft.
Yeah. And with you being the captain on your team, what are you thinking about right now?
I'm thinking I'd like my team to be more active. It's been a really difficult time to get everybody in the team chat and try to schedule a scrim. We do have a scrim scheduled, our first one for Friday at 9 against Bayo, so that'll be interesting. I'm hoping everybody shows up. Like I said, it's been rocky trying to get people on the same page with time and work schedules and school schedules and all that shit. So hope all
Trayminator, are you still here?
comes together.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Trayminator, you just play Smite for Ecclesia, right?
Yep.
And you're on Emperor's Eyes. How do you feel about the draft? Since I just got done talking to Chaotic about it.
Man, I mean, I feel like we came out on top. Since we lost 2 of the first games that we played, but I wasn't in them, and then in the 6 games that I've been in, we haven't lost even a Phoenix yet. So it's been just stomps. Last game, we
That's
actually
impressive.
ended it in 18 minutes. We got a 15-minute fire giant, and then ended the game.
That's pretty
And
funny.
then a 20-minute game.
Before I
after that.
continue, Chaotic, are you gonna be playing on your team?
I am.
What position?
Jungle.
Ooh. And then Trayminator, obviously you're playing because you're a player. What position are you playing?
Solo.
That's pretty cool. Both pretty important positions from what I've heard. I'm not much of a Smite player, but you know. Trayminator. Is there anybody else on your team? Who's your captain?
Akashi.
Akashi. Cool. Is there anybody else on your team that you think is going to make the difference this season for your team?
I mean, I don't know. I think everyone is, like, honestly, like, we came out pretty on top. Like, nobody's
Mhm.
feeding, nobody's like getting way out of position. I don't know. It feels pretty good.
I like that. And I like that answer. All right, so kind of moving on from Smite for now. We got Ronska in the party. How you doing, Ronska?
Pretty good.
Yeah. Pretty good or very good?
Pretty good. Hyped for Sunday.
Yeah. What's Sunday?
What do you think Sunday is? Take a wild
Is that the
guess.
Cleety Cup? Is that the Cleety
Maybe.
Cup?
Maybe.
Maybe. Season 3 CGRL Cleety Cup?
That's what I
Fucking
think.
be there or be square, you know what they say.
So
Who's your captain?
You're not gonna at all bring up the fact that Ronska's got 3 straight appearances.
Yo, that's literally content for later in the episode. Thank you so much. Motherfucker. Yo, I was gonna talk about Ronska making his 3rd finals appearance. I was gonna talk about Peanut from Team Pressure making the leading point average of 47, destroying Slim's previous of 36. And then following that, I was gonna bring up how right after the playoff game, the conference final, Slim announced his retirement from from captaining Full Senders. So Slim's gonna be leaving Full Senders. He almost left Cleety G. Is that correct, Owilix?
Oh, not to my knowledge. No, he's a co-admin now.
Oh, true. Gotta get it straight from the mouth with Owilix.
Yeah, he
being
got
the
a
commissioner.
promotion.
For real? That's dope.
Yeah.
I mean, he earned it. He's been here since like the beginning.
Since just like Ronska, except Ronska's got 3 finals appearances.
Yeah, and he's not a captain anymore. I love you.
Yeah, but I mean, it's got to say a lot, though. It really does. Like, I cannot stop hyping this man up because it really has got to say a lot. You're
Ronska is
getting there from a cap for Ronska.
Mhm.
Getting there from a captain's perspective, and then getting there. Hold on, I got it. Oh no, he left. He left before I could interrogate him. That's such a. Oh, that's fucking lame. That's actually lame. I'm so sorry. But no, winning a finals from the captain position and then coming back in as a player, and right back in the finals, winning as a player, that's
for real.
that's the rounds out the whole what do you call it, resume.
What team were you on season 1, Ronska?
The Dawn.
Who is that still an existing team, just renamed or what?
No, because well, technically it is because it was RGB because Adon in the first in the first season was supposed to be the captain. He was like some kid who's EU, and then he said he couldn't do it, and he just handed me captain position.
I remember
and
that
then, yeah. So then after that season, I changed the name. So technically,
No, I
the
feel
team's
it.
still in existence.
And then I hear RGB's in the works. The whole franchise is in the works for another name change. I think right now they go by Nolan Esports, but that's uber unofficial because I asked Panda last stream and that's what he said. But on the Smite site or Danger Knots, they're not really liking that name. So I know they're still working on a name change. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory with that name.
Very
there.
true.
Well,
Yeah.
what was-
So on that note,
Mhm.
you guys are also in the finals, Shane. How does that feel? Yeah, finally, not even opening up a can. Like, I mean, it's a big accomplishment because like 5-5 and actually to pull it together and make the finals appear. It's kind of like what Ronska and RGB went through last season. 3-7, pulling it together when it mattered the most.
Mhm. I fuck with that answer. Is that your final statement? Because I actually have a statement from David Park.
Biohazard container located. Proceed to its location.
Oh
my fucking god.
Hello? Hey,
Hello?
Shane, your audio's not included.
You're kidding.
Yeah,
You're
we got
actually kidding.
we have our watcher,
His-
Forget Nick.
Wow.
He's staying active in the community, and
Big
let
ooh.
me know. Yeah. So you want to repeat your
You're
statement?
actually a potato.
Yeah, you actually are a potato. You've been on more than one episode. I literally mentioned like 3 times today. Make
I
sure you
am a
include your
potato.
audio. Damn, Shane.
I am
So-
a potato.
So you were saying
To
about
summarize
the
it,
W.
David ain't
Yeah.
important. We were wheeling and dealing. The Nats won the World Series, and so will we.
Okay.
See-
see,
the
quote
thing
that.
is-
Yo,
but the thing
Neko.
is-
Neko.
Yeah, Neko, don't forget to clip that.
I know. Yo, make sure you go back and clip that. Yo, I know you're gonna watch this. Make sure you go back and clip that this man just said they're winning the finals. Make sure you clip that. You clipped it for
Yeah,
Peanut,
Nek-
and
who did-
Peanut lost, so you better clip it for this man too.
I was about to bring that up. Oh my god. Yo, I got my man Peanut on last episode, and he got a smidgen cocky, and Neko clipped that. And
Hey,
they
bro,
left
but
the
Peanut
hell.
was
And
playing.
they got
I'm
no,
not
they didn't
playing.
even. It's not the fact that they lost. It's the fact that they were 10-0 through the whole regular season, and they got
High-key.
4-0 swept by us.
Yeah, high key.
Yeah, no. Yeah, though it's not like they hadn't played you guys either. They had beat you guys twice, I'm pretty sure. So it's like they had seen you guys, they had came and they conquered, and they're like, I don't know if it was like a cockiness or they're just like, yeah, easy games or whatever, but they were just not ready for you guys at all.
Talk
Bro,
about
I'm just
GG.
trying to keep up my. I'm just trying to keep up my impulsive reputation around here. Okay, leave me be.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give David Parks a quick statement about his W. They're playing really hard and focusing on teamwork and how to play as a team. We want to bring the momentum from last week to the finals match and keep up our confidence and composure. I definitely like that answer from David Park. I wasn't able to get a quote from him last episode, but I guess this quote matters the most since it's right before the Cleety Cup. And just to give everybody, I guess, a review. So conference finals between the old conference and the new conference was last weekend. That was Lords versus Full Senders and Kimchi Crew versus Pressure. The Lords had a 5-5 record and Kimchi Crew had a 7-3 versus Full Senders with their 9-1 and Pressure of their undefeated. So it was really not. It didn't look like it was going to turn out how it did. That's what I have to say.
They really
but-
didn't.
Do you remember that last Thursday's thoughts? I was the only person to predict Kimchi Crew and the Lords in the finals.
You
Well,
were.
a broken clock's only right once a day.
Well, you're
Well,
biased.
see about that.
I
How
don't
many
even know
times I've
what
hit-
that
how many times
means.
I've gone to finals.
I have actually no idea what that means.
I just wanted to say something. It's my show.
Third time's a charm, Ronsko. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah,
Wait,
for
shit,
real.
you're 1-1
Here he
so
won
far.
one. What do you mean? Here he
Yeah,
won
he's
one.
1-1. Yeah, I thought he was 2-0. I thought he was 2-0. So I was
Fucking
gonna be like, all right.
RGB won't let you forget it
2-0.
too.
He wishes he was 2-0.
That's
RGB
true.
will not let you forget about that W. And at the end of the day,
Yeah,
all I
'cause
have to
he
say is
carried
it
them.
was Panda. Or not Panda, it was Ronska. I'm sorry. It was Ronska. Like, but like that W was Ronska. Just watch the gameplay. But moving on.
I mean, never mind. Never mind. You said
What were you about to say? Go ahead and say it.
Roasting and banter are different.
Yeah,
oh,
big
I
boy
was gonna
banter.
make fun of Fluffy.
That's
Bro,
unnecessary.
wow. Wow.
I know.
Yo,
Yeah,
this
that's
guy,
high-key
Yo,
unnecessary.
I'm about to roast this man now. This man is supposed to be the owner of the Lords. He's about to roast one of his ex-players. Yo, does that
Yeah,
not
dude.
make you want to play for this man?
Bro,
Yeah,
I'll
what the
roast
fuck,
anyone.
man?
I mean, I've roasted my
Damn,
ex-players
Shane, stop
before.
while you're ahead. Shane, stop while you're ahead, please. Not on
What you
Thursday's
mean, bro?
thoughts.
It's
I don't want to
friendly
see you.
banter.
I don't want to see your downfall on Thursday's thoughts.
Ah.
Oof. All right. So I'm gonna real quick go over everyone's standing, their record. Before the playoffs, it was the Lords with a 5-5, Full Senders with a 9-1, Onslaught with
Oh,
3-7, It was Onslaught, RGB, and Ice, all three of them with a 3-7. And then that was the old conference. The new conference is Kimchi Crew with a 7-3. Pressure was undefeated until the playoffs. Jesus Company was 7-3. Collision Course was a 2-8, and then FFEZGG was 1-9, which is actually not the predicted outcome because I didn't expect that one. Willix, what do you think about your one for FFEZGG? Who'd you play? Do you remember?
It was Collision Course, and it was an FFEZGG.
It
Actually, no, it
probably
wasn't
was.
an FF. It wasn't an FF though. It wasn't. It was the EZGG.
It was for fuck's sake, easy GG.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
Yay! I think that's interesting. I'd like to remind everybody for Rocket League, it's a 10-game season with best of 3 for each game, and then as we move on to the playoffs, it's best of 5, and then from there, as we move on to the conference finals in the Clee Cup, it is then a best of 7. Willix, since you're here, just quickly going to Smite real quick. How are each games gonna play out with the records? What have you?
Regular season games for Smite are going to be 2-game sets, and both games in the set will count towards your record. We did want to do a best of 3, but that takes around 2 hours a game, and that really limits how many different teams I could cover in a day.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's pretty cool.
2-game set. That's
How's that going to reflect in the playoffs and all that?
Round 1 and 2 of the playoffs will be best of 3, and then your conference finals and then your Cleedy Cup finals will be best of 5.
Mhm.
So the playoffs will legitimately take those best of 5s, say maybe 4 hours, 5 hours.
Yeah, Smite games take a good fucking minute, especially if there's imagine if there was a pause. I remember we had a whole pause for what was it, an hour and a half one time?
We have pause rules set up for the actual season as well as with playoffs. So there is that the factor. And with the showcase games, we kind of try to give some sympathy to players because we understand that everybody's got
'Cause it's showcase.
shit's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an official game. I feel it. Sorry, I had to mute the mic to burp. I forgot to bring this up, and this is no diss towards the Lords, or is it? But Neko DC'd game 1 of the conference finals, and you gotta wonder, especially watching it, because I watched both these games. You gotta wonder, would it have still played out the same way if Neko didn't DC and then give the momentum to the Lords?
Oh my goodness, yes. No, I feel the same way slightly about this topic. Because I was there's a minute and 30 seconds left, and Neko DC'd.
Yeah.
And then they just
And then the Lords went straight to defense.
But yeah, now hear me out though. They were up by I think it was 1-3. So it's they had the lead. But a minute and 30 is a lot of time to play. And Neko's
Especially in
Slimming
game one.
are clutch. So it is what it is. It's rough that it happened, and all that matters is getting the W in the long run.
That's fair to say. I just it was a big upset when I was watching it. Yeah. And I was watching the fucking Kimchi Crew versus Pressure game, and I forgot that the stream goes down at the very end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what happened? Was it a lag
Kimchi
spike or
Crew
some
won?
shit?
Oh no! Yeah, I have
Well, no
literally, I have literally not a clue. I have not that entire series, the Kimchi Crew versus Pressure series, was so fucking laggy. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was actually watching the games before this episode, trying to get the actual in-game record, but Ronsko went ahead and told us that it was a sweep. And then since I couldn't get their record, I just skipped the Full Senders versus Lords. But I mean, at the end of the day, all we really need to know is it's going to be Lords versus Kimchi Crew in the Season 3 Cleedy Cup. Let's see. We got 9 minutes to kill. What are you playing right now? You playing Rainbow Six with Shane? Is it just you guys, or is Ronska there too?
And he's throwing.
Yeah, I bet he's still running. Ronska. Ronska, what do you think? What are your plans for season 4?
Wow. Yeah,
My
bro.
plan for season 4 is easy finals dub, so I can get a three-peat.
A
three-peat,
three-peat.
That's what I like to hear.
Why
Why
do
is
you
that,
like to
Shane?
hear that?
Cause we hype.
Who's we?
It's final season.
Yeah.
Uh,
Interesting place of comments. But let's see. Anyone got any shout outs or comments to make real quick?
Yes, I would like to shout out Vivid Bunny and Lalo.
Why?
The only two ADCs and a solo laner that didn't want to leave my team. So I love them.
Yo, geeked. I love it. Vivid's a cool dude. Vivid's a cool dude.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah. I was saving this for the end of the episode, but we're working towards it. So Thursday's Thoughts is getting their new. Ooh, I don't know why I said they. It's me. I'm getting my new time slot. It's gonna be 10 p.m. Eastern now. I'm gonna just jump a
On
whole another 5
Fridays.
hours ahead. Oh, yeah, Fridays.
By the way, we're
frequent
changing it to
thoughts.
Friday's feelings.
Yeah, it's not though. It's Thursday's Thoughts on Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern. Just so everyone knows.
yeah, don't confuse
now on.
anybody because people get confused easily. It does happen.
Yeah, people
That's
get
true.
confused so
I'm
easily.
sorry.
Who was it I was trying to get on? Was it Neko? Neko. Yeah, it was Neko. Neko regularly can't make the episodes because of the time, which is a lot of people. But I've tried to get Neko on
Ow.
a few episodes. So I know I had him on for like one of the first few episodes.
With Brandon,
But yeah,
You haven't had Brandon on
yeah,
in
it
a
was
while.
pretty cool.
You've had Ronsko on
invite-
quite a bit recently.
I basically invite anybody who's like noteworthy almost every time. So like it's usually scheduling why I don't get certain people on. Ronska's usually available. I used to get Rhea on a lot, but Rhea has a obligation that he can't do for 5 o'clock. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Anyone you're hoping to
Um,
get with the new time slot
Neko.
outside of Neko?
Oh
Neko.
no.
What about
Who's-
like
who's
Slim
someone that
or Jotaro?
I mean, I was going to say Slim, but it's not a matter of scheduling for Slim like that. Not the time slot. No, there's someone I hit up every time.
What about some Smite players? Any notable Smite
Might have been-
players you're interested?
For real, I just gotta wait until season 1 starts, and then there's gonna be notable Smite players. But right now, the only notable Smite player are the ones that. I mean, I don't want to sound rude, but the only notable Smite players right now are the ones that make fools of themselves in the chat. If you ask me, just cause like there's no games to
Amen.
watch other than the prospect game, other than the showcase games, and then beyond that, I'll be looking in chat and I just see someone saying some dumb shit, posting a meme where it's not the meme channel. Just, dumb shit. But I'm not bashing nobody. But nah, Neko, I try to get Neko on every episode. And then who is it I was trying to get on today? And they had labs. Fuck. I'm sorry.
Buzzer?
Tayfish.
It was Tayfish, yeah. I try to get Tayfish on a lot of episodes, but he has school. So yeah. Yeah, I invite Vivid a lot because Vivid told me he was a fan, but there's always something going on. Kind of sucks, but it could be worse. I manage, But as you see, I get like reoccurring people pretty often, which sucks. But hopefully this new time slot's gonna be bomb as fuck.
Wow, you said it sucks. So Ronski,
Well, yeah,
this
who wants
man,
to
this
watch
man
the same
said you-
people?
Yeah, I mean, if
Wow,
they're good
you
people,
hate me?
Good
Yo,
luck getting me at 10
Willix.
o'clock on a Thursday. I'm not gonna lie.
Geeked. Willix, you're downloading Modern Warfare. When are we playing that?
whenever it downloads, maybe we'll get a Modern Warfare League coming. Who knows?
Ooh, a Modern Warfare League.
Yeah, don't quote.
What's
Please
the-
do not
what's-
quote me on that, dude. I do not want my
Neko,
DMs
clip
being
that!
blown
Clip
up.
it, Neko, clip it!
Clip it!
I do not want my DMs being blown up on a Modern Warfare League. We gotta get Smite and Rocket League Smite Season 1 and Rocket League Season 4 rolling, and then we'll reassess where we're at and possibly see a third league being added.
So, I guess rolling off of that statement, so that means that there is no next step planned, at least not one planned just yet, outside of Smite Season 1 and Rocket League Season 4.
Correct. We don't have anything scheduled past getting, season 1 and season 4 up.
I already know the answer, but for the sake of our viewers, what happened with the NBA 2K?
So a lack of streamable content for teams kind of killed that pretty quickly.
Mhm.
Because like one of the cool things that we try to add is the stat tracking, game streaming, spectating, commentating, so everybody kind of gets a feel for the game. Everybody kind of gets some spotlight shine on stream, and you don't really get that with 2K at all because I can't stream private matches or anything like that. So dead. But maybe Modern Warfare becomes that game. R6 has talked about at one point. That has never really materialized either.
R6 is not only old, but it's just not my game. I get on and I can't connect. I don't understand why I can't connect to that game specifically. But Modern Warfare is dope. I just started playing that today. Danger Ranger, I got that account set up, and then my other account, I'm like level fucking 12 or something. I don't know. But that was pretty lit. I was playing it all morning with Chip the Pleb. My God.
Something that has been lightly discussed, I guess we'll say, but that also, like I said, nothing is planned. But something we have lightly discussed was a Halo Wars style like Conquest League, essentially.
That was brought up last episode while we were doing it.
Yeah, where each map essentially would count as a certain point, etc., and you'd have to try to control all the maps for your team to win. But that's again all just like concepts that are being talked about, stuff for like future projects maybe.
And that's all being modeled after that one game, fucking
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors. There it is. Yeah, it's all being modeled after the Dynasty Warrior game style. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's almost 2 games in one. Yeah, who was the person that made the comment about starting the Halo Wars League? So it was someone in the comment section of last episode.
I actually believe it was Trayminator maybe, but we just recently found out that he does not have the same Halo Wars as us.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be Halo Wars Definitive Edition. I'm sorry, what?
I can get the Game Pass if I have to. Doesn't matter.
No, I feel it.
Yeah,
just so everyone knows, it's Halo Wars Definitive Edition. That's the edition that both Halo Wars and Halo Wars Definitive Edition can be played on Xbox One, but only Definitive Edition can play with Definitive Edition and normal to normal. But we're gonna be on the Definitive Edition, Halo Wars Definitive Edition. Yeah. We brought this up last episode just off of a little, literally just off my fucking Christ, I lost the words. I was just listening to you talk one day, and I quoted you and brought it up last episode about the competitive teams. What's happening with that? Are you still thinking about
comp
that?
Teams? Oh yeah. So I mean, we do have a Smite comp team in the works, but I'm not going to release any details of a roster or who that may or may not be. But it is definitely like in the works. We've also been looking at a Rocket League and a 2K comp team as well, trying to just help build the CleanEG name and brand and spread it out there a little bit. Yeah.
And then Apex and Modern Warfare were also mentioned, right?
Yes, both. Again, all of it's in early concepts. Smite's the only one that's really taken off, as we do have a theoretical roster in place that we would like to push. We just aren't taking that step yet. Again, the main priority, the main focus for CleanEG right now is Season 1 for Smite and Season 4 for Rocket League.
Yes, of course, because that's our bread and butter. Maybe then the comp teams would be the next step. Maybe that is the next step after everything, as opposed to starting a new league directly after everything gets set up with what it is. We go into comp teams, because if you ask me, comp teams, it's just a cool thing to stretch into. It's gonna get the CleanEG name out there, because obviously the comp team would be called CleanEG. I don't know. And then I remember as you were making that theoretical roster, I was joking with you about how you know all the like loopholes, I guess you could say, since we already have the same thing going on here. We already have rules in place to prevent, I guess, cheap tactics to be made. But I mean, we're in someone else's league now, in that hypothetical at least. Well, I'm at 32 minutes, and I always start my clock late every episode because I'm fucking stupid. It says 5:36, so I guess it's the end of the episode. Anybody got any shout outs or comments? Again,
The homie Cyrus. I love him.
Hands down.
I agree.
Wait, Ronsko, you got anything to say?
Are the best.
Shout out to the Lords for giving me a finals win.
Clip that as
Fucking
well.
clip it.
Clip that.
Clip it.
Yeah, clip that.
Clip it.
Clip it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Maybe
get a
that'll
fucking.
be relevant next season.
I'm gonna get a fucking thing set up for the overlay. That's just gonna be like clip it pop up whenever we got fucking controversial shit like this. Clip it. Bing.
Clip it. Clip it.
All right. So that should
And
wrap
then before
up.
we finish off,
there you go.
I want to remind everybody that Thursday's Thoughts has a new time slot as I finish up episode 20. Every season is 5 episodes, so I'm going to get a renewed season by episode 25, hopefully. What?
You're in season 4, episode 20, aren't you?
Yeah, yes.
Hell yeah, and it's Halloween.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, it's Halloween! Happy Halloween, motherfuckers!
That's one
I'm,
way to greet Halloween people. Halloweeners.
Yeah, I don't celebrate
Just
holidays,
Wiener.
so it's NBD for me. But as I was saying, Thursday's Thoughts is going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Standard Time, every Thursday from now on. Hit me up if you want to be a guest. I'd appreciate it. And then we're going to be going into Smite Season 1, regular season. This weekend is the Cleety Cup. Do you have any closing statements, Willix?
Just 1 second. Let me adjust my in-game volume.
1 second, let me
give
adjust
us
my volume.
Give us a follow on Twitch. Give us a subscribe if you like our Thursday's Thoughts content. If you want us to keep producing more, subscriptions really help towards everything we have growing here, as all of this is privately funded from me and Davey specifically. Outside of that, give us a like and a follow on Twitter. It goes a long way to spread the brand. If you're interested in joining any of the comp teams that may or may not exist currently, just shoot me a DM and find out about that. And if you're interested in joining the CGRL, we still have captain spots and prospect spots open. If you want to join the CGSL, you're going to have to wait about 4 months. I am sorry about that. It is a long wait, but you should have signed up for the draft a month ago.
Yo,
and
someone
that's all
was
I got to
talking
say.
about that in chat this morning. That's funny
Yeah.
as shit. Who was it?
I don't know, but
I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's the end of the episode. Maybe next episode. Get relevant, you know?
Oh my god. All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your nights.
Fucking
Enjoy the rest of
savage,
your
dude.
days, your mornings. I don't know what the time zones are around the world, so some people might be awake or asleep. But yeah, have a great whatever the rest of your day is.
Leave a like in the comments.
Yeah.